Yeah, yeah. It's you got the winner you were looking for though.
I did abundantly.
Yeah.
Abundantly. I posted some pictures on my Instagram, and it was like, oh shit, it snows in Cali. I was like, shit, this year it did.
It sure did.
This year it did.
Usually out here in California, especially like out in Southern California, we only get the snow, if we get any snow during the winter, it's typically up in the mountains. We don't get the snow down in the valley. This year we got it down in the valley.
Shit, like right below. So for those who live in California, so if you know the high desert, Victorville, all those places,
right?
You come down the hill, usually it's just sun every damn day.
Yeah.
Down to 215 as you hit the pot. There's snow in Fontana, bro.
Fontana.
Kentucky. It snowed. In San Bernardino, where all the hookers be. They got snow too.
Don't hate on our San Bernardino ladies.
No, where all the hookers be
on
on 6th Street.
Snowed in the Dino.
It snowed out there too. Yeah, finally got some damn winter. Have mercy.
Yeah, well, hopefully the weather will start to warm up just a little bit because it is still chilly.
Right.
We're filming during the day, feel a lot more refreshed, right?
Energized.
I know.
Rested.
I know. I don't feel like I'm forcing the energy right now.
Right, me neither.
Yep. What's going on, everybody? Cigar Titan here once again with my good friend Brother Stogie. Say hello to the people.
Yo, Titan fan.
That's right. You have found the most entertaining cigar channel on all of the YouTubes. You have found
the motherfucking Cigar Titan.
That is right. And Brother Stogie.
Yes.
I thought for today's episode we could do a little bit of lounge talk.
Yes.
And in today's episode, I'd like to talk a little bit about some cigar lounge kind of nuances and things that you may like when you go into a cigar lounge and things you may not like when going into cigar lounges.
Okay.
I know we touched on this a little bit in a prior episode, kind of like what to look for when you go into a cigar lounge. But there are a couple of things just in my recent trip out to Washington that came to mind when I was visiting a cigar lounge out there. I was like, you know what? I don't like that. No. I don't like that. You ready to get started?
Sure. All right, good smoke output. De la mission l'atelier.
I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced.
Right?
Sounds good.
I'm not using up my energy to pronounce words and shit.
Right? Welcome back, everybody. Like we said at the beginning of the episode, we're going to talk a little bit today about what we like and don't like about certain cigar lounges. And we've touched on some of these things in prior episodes, but I thought, you know, it's 2023. It's March now.
Yes.
It's time to do a refresher on this. People are out there looking for places to relax. It's cold. They want to get out of the cold and go someplace warm. They go to cigar lounges.
And then sometimes you go to your hometown cigar lounge all the time. But sometimes you might find yourself traveling with the wife or with the kids or with the homies. But hey, let's yelp a cigar lounge. Got all the nice pictures and stuff in there. So you go into a new atmosphere. You're like, let's go check this out. And that's when you develop your no sense of
No.
I don't like that.
No. But Brother Stogie, before we get into that, you already talked a little bit about the cigar that you're smoking there. Was that one of the ones that came in the Luxury Cigar Club boxes?
That was part of the, what's this? We're in March?
We are in March.
February Platinum.
Yep.
LuxuryCigarClub.com box. Yes, it was.
Yes, there you go. And today I'm actually smoking a Rocky Patel winter collection. This is another one of those that I've added to my regular rotation.
Yes, I see.
Very, very, very good smoke. Highly recommend it. And actually for the box, not very expensive. You can probably pick up a box on a place like Corona Cigar Company or Cigars International for maybe a little over $200 and some change for a box of 25, I believe. So 20 or 25.
It just adds a certain something in your humidor when you have a box of some shit.
It does.
In there. I mean, it's good to have, you know, your monthly cigars in there.
Right.
Or your scatterers when you go to a brick and mortar that you just have in the bag, you store them in there. But it's something that puts some pizzazz on your humidor where you got some boxes of some shit in your humidor.
Yeah. Love having some boxes in there. I realize it's not for everybody because buying a box of cigars can be a bit pricey.
Yes.
Right? So, but if you do get an opportunity to pick up a Rocky Patel winter collection, you see it in your local lounge or something like that, would highly recommend it. Definitely worth a shot. We're also drinking something, so I got to give a little bit of a backstory on this, right?
Preface it with something.
A couple weeks ago, you and I, we play a little PlayStation. We have some free time, right?
Yes.
We're very busy, and we don't get a lot of time to play video games, right? We're definitely not the people that spend hours upon hours playing video games.
But we were before you became, regional vice president of the country and shit. And,
Of the country?
Regional vice president of the country and shit. Hey, let's give a congrats to my boy. He's got a nice big promotion at his job.
Appreciate it.
That he worked years and years to work hard for. So, round of applause to you, brother.
Thank you.
You work hard. And me out, saving the world and shit. We don't. But before we became as important as we are now, not just with the cigar time, we did have hours upon hours that we spent with headphones and shit.
Oh yeah,
playing some Call of Duty or Red Dead Redemption.
For sure.
But go ahead, bro.
So I was like, okay, I've got a little bit of time, and I like to chip away at games, right? Because I don't get to sit down I don't get to sit down and play, a game for 2, 3, 4 hours at a time. So I'll buy something, chip away at it, a weekend here, a weekend there, until I either get bored of it and I just move on to the next thing, or I beat it, whatever.
Come on, games, right?
Yeah, games.
Oh, okay. Games. Talk about women for a second. Oh man, go ahead, bro.
And was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was. I bought the new Hogwarts Legacy game because I'm a bit of a role-playing
Harry Potter type thing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay.
I'm a bit of a role-playing game fanatic, and I like those types of games. I'm a big Final Fantasy person. Love that. So I decided, okay, well, I'm going to try out Hogwarts Legacy. It looks legit, right?
Okay.
And I also bought it a little bit out of spite because the woke people out there were screaming about how, don't buy this game because the author of the Harry Potter series is transphobic and she actually believes women are women and blah, 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 blah.
Not even that. Isn't Gandalf from Harry Potter?
That's Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, okay.
Yep, different author. But I went ahead and bought the game, and I'm enjoying it. I'm actually enjoying it.
Okay.
But I realized when I bought the game, I was getting none of the references.
Okay.
Because I had only ever seen the very first, I think there's like 8 different Harry Potter movies that came out. And I'd only ever seen the very first Harry Potter movie when it was first released, I want to say back in, I think it was 2001. So it's been about 21, 22 years, something like that.
Okay.
I was like, you know what, I'm going to start watching the movies and catch up on the lore, because I don't know anything about this.
Okay.
Movies are fine, great, whatever. But in the movies, there's this thing called butterbeer. And it's a non-alcoholic drink, and there's actually recipes for this that you can, find online, and you can make your own authentic butterbeer and everything. But I was like, okay, cool. Well, there's also a pre-made alcoholic adult version of the butterbeer that you and I are trying today.
Okay.
And I wanted to get your thoughts on it on camera for the Titan fam, because the consistency of it looks much like a Guinness. Very dark, very thick. What do you think?
I actually enjoy it very much. If I got a flight of this at a brewery somewhere, I would probably go and get the 18-ounce glass afterwards. That's how good this is.
It's really good.
It
Strong.
also tastes like something I would mix, because St. Patrick's Day is coming up.
That's right.
This is also something I'll probably cook with and slow roast some chuck roast in to get that flavor in the meat.
I mean, if you can do it with Guinness, you can certainly do it with this.
Butterbeer.
It's got definitely more of a potent taste on it. You take a nice big swig of it, just this very strong hint of vanilla that you get off of the back end of it.
Hints of chocolate.
Yep,
in the
chocolate for sure, but very good.
Sweet.
Very good. So, let's get into the content or the
lounge talk.
Thank you. Diff.
Yes, the lounge
that
talk.
butterbeer got me.
Yes.
For the episode. So, Brother Stogie, you and I have spent quite a bit of time in cigar lounges.
Yes, we have.
One of the luxuries of having travel, having travel be a part of what we do for a living.
Yes.
affords us the opportunity to get into places and lounges we wouldn't otherwise normally drive out to go visit.
Right.
So my question for you to kind of start this off, it'll be a little bit of a tennis game here. You pitch it. Yep, exactly. What are some of the things that you look for, like good things that you look for when you're visiting a lounge? Like what draws you into it? I'm assuming when you're out and about for work and you're looking for a lounge, you're probably picking up your phone, right? And you're probably Googling something like cigar lounges near me.
Right.
And then boom, a list of all these different lounges pop up. What is the first thing you look for when you're perusing cigar lounges near you? What draws you to one?
First thing I'm looking for are the pictures on Yelp. Okay. I am looking for the selection of the humidor, what it looks like. And I'm looking to see what the environment inside of it looks like as well. That lets me know if I'll be able to find what I'm looking for.
Yep.
As far as cigar selection, also pipe selection as well. And if the environment inside the lounge is suitable for what I'm looking for. I mean, nice leather seats, nice big area, possibly even nice dim lights. I'm looking for a calm, collected lounge type setting.
Okay. I look for something very similar, right?
Okay.
So I'm looking for space.
Yes.
And that's not a knock because we've visited many great small cigar lounges, but I'm also looking for space, because when I'm getting off of work, I want to have somewhere where maybe I can go after work and either just kind of relax by myself. If I'm not in the mood for talking, right, I can find something maybe away from the rest of the group.
Exactly.
And just kind of stick to myself. Or maybe I want to do a little work, right? You were talking about this lounge recently that you went to that actually had a designated area where you could do the work.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So I had a client out in Lake Forest, California. So I went to Lake Forest, and there's actually a sister lounge in Orange County off of Chapman. Nice little small spot. Now that one does not have designated seating areas. That one you gotta go in, get your stuff, take your ass home.
Okay.
They might even have a couple pull-out chairs. You might sit right next to the vicinity of the lounge. That's pretty much it. However, they told me there was a lounge in Lake Forest. I was like, all right, let me check it out. Finally made it out there. Went in. It was Cigar Spot.
Cigar Spot. That's the name of the lounge.
That's the name of the lounge. Cigar Spot. So went in there, Googled it. Everything looked good to me. Went inside. The lounge itself, huge selection of cigars. Huge. Wall to wall, even little center walkways. Nice huge wall of just straight pipe tobacco.
Okay.
They got a showcase with all your pipes, cutter, anything you need for your cigar experience is in this lounge. Okay. The sommelier or the owner, the employee, immediately, hey, what can I help you with?
Love it.
Shit, cigars. I want to smoke, damn it. That's
why I'm here.
So he immediately came out, and we've talked about this already. First thing he asked, what kind of cigars do you like? Right? So I'm like, well, actually, I'm a different kind of cigar smoker. I like all kind of shit. But I prefer your medium plus full body sticks.
Okay.
So he immediately took me over to a section. And I don't go in there and say, hey, well, I'm Brother Stogie. I want this, and that. I don't. I'll never really tell anybody who I am or that I have a YouTube channel. I let people try to figure it out on their own. So show me some stuff. I'm like, yeah, I've heard of that. I smoked that. Say, have you Asian Room Rare collection? Yeah, I've had that. Not bad. Have you ever had the Rocky Patel White Label? Yeah, I've had that. Not bad. So show me something new. What do you like? So that's what I do. What do you prefer? So he showed me to the Perdomo Champagne.
Okay.
But that was a Robusto size, maybe like a 5.5 by maybe 6-inch cigar. Well, it's not quite a Toro.
It's Toro. 6 inches Toro.
Okay, maybe like 5.5. Wasn't that long. Like between Toro, Grand Robusto, something like that. So anyway, showed me everything, took me in. I was like, he said, are you new here? I was like, as a matter of fact, I am. Oh, well, let me show you what we got here. So I said, hey, I'm looking for a place to smoke. When you walk in, you don't see any chairs. I said, well, we have a member lounge. I'm like, well, how much do I got to pay to get to the member lounge? Like, well, let me take you to a tour first. So he took me to the back. First little area is nice, I don't know, let's say 15 by some decent sized room. He's like, this is a quiet room. If you got any work to do, you can sit here and not be bothered by the noise in the main lounge room. So took me to the next room, and here this is the main members lounge. Huge room. Leather seats everywhere, nice decent sized TVs. There was some guys over in the corner playing poker. They were nice and loud as hell, but they were having a good old time. But there was enough room in the lounge for me to pick and choose if I wanted to sit away from the noise or be a part of the noise. And he said, all you have to do is buy $30 worth of cigars or $30 worth of product, and you can go to the members lounge. I was like, well, shit, well, ring me up, boss. Went in there, sat down with me in particular. So outside of the, the selection of cigars and what the atmosphere looks like, I kind of want to get a feel of the people in there.
Okay.
Okay. With me per se, I'm automatically looking for not to be too many of me around. But that's not all ends all, okay? I'm looking for people who are welcoming, who are inviting, and even if I'm not partaking in the festivities inside the lounge, they'll at least give me one of those.
Right.
And that's one thing. What's up, fella? Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They all speaking.
Yep.
I love that.
Yep.
Love it.
Awesome. So I want to talk too a little bit about some of the things that you may not like when you go into cigar lounges. Now, to flip this over, let's flip this bitch over for a second, give a little smack on the ass, right?
Oh, I love doing that.
I had an experience out in a cigar lounge I was out in Spokane, Washington this week.
Okay.
And the lounge itself was great. So this lounge was actually located in a casino. And so you had to go through the casino to get there. But it was one of those lounges where I was looking online, I was like, okay. And for that particular night, I was like, I'm in the mood to have a drink after work. Okay. So I was trying to find a lounge that actually had a full bar. Okay. Because some lounges are strictly cigars and that's it. Some lounges will offer cigars, beer, and wine.
Or some might have like Cigar Spot, a vending machine where you can get you a soda pop.
Sure, absolutely. A lot of cigar lounges actually have the soda pop in the water on deck, so that if you want something like that, you can get that. But for this particular night, I was like, I want an old fashioned. So I wanted a cigar lounge that had a full bar. So I ended up at this cigar lounge at the casino, and I was like, okay, go into the spot. Very nice, kind of classy place, a much smaller humidor, so their selection of cigars there was very specific. I'll say that. Like, it was some of the more well-known brands that people would associate to or gravitate to because they recognize the label, right? Okay. When you're running a smaller humidor, you got to have stuff that people recognize. You don't see a lot of boutique blends in smaller humidors because people don't identify with those brands. They're not familiar with those brands, and those brands have a tendency to just kind of sit on the shelf and die. Right. So I grabbed a stick and everything. Now, I've seen this before, even out in Vegas, right? When we go to La Casa, one of the things that they do in La Casa that's not bad, I actually like, makes me feel a little bougie when I go there, is when you get there, the humidor is locked, right? And you can't just walk into the humidor. Okay. You have to wait for somebody to walk over and be escorted into the humidor. Okay. Cool. I'm good with that. I like that. There's a little bit of class there, right? You go in there, somebody says, hey, what are you looking for? What can I help you find? You have their undivided attention at that point because they're standing right there next to you while you're selecting your stick. Get the stick, I go sit down, I'm sitting at the bar at this time. It's like, wow, what can I get you to drink? I said, you know what, do you do smoked old fashions? He's like, I got you. It's like, cool. So he gets me a smoked old fashioned. Comes back, takes the thing off. Right. Beautiful. Okay. And by the way, great smoked old fashioned there. Okay. Very nice. The part that I didn't like, that I just realized this week where I'm like, I don't like that. And it's not anything that they were doing wrong. It's actually something that I think a lot of higher end cigar lounges do to add a little bit of flair to that cigar smoking experience. And some people might like this and some people might not. But he's like, oh, hey, let me get your cigar for you. I was like, yeah, sure, because I thought he had, get the barcode off it, whatever, and he's gonna ring it up. He takes it out of the package, and he's like, okay. He's like, what kind of cut do you want? It's like, a V? It's like, okay. He's like, cuts it, and I was like, he's like, all right, and he starts to toast my cigar. He's doing a very good job of it, by the way. He's killing it. Okay. Killing it. Hands me the cigar. Okay. He's like, all right. And he's like, and he puts the flame, and I blow. Okay. Right? I didn't like any of that. I didn't like any of that, right? Because in my mind, Brother Stogie, part of the cigar smoking experience for me is cutting my cigar. I love cutting my cigar.
The ASMR.
Just, oh yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, just the.
Hold on. Just keep talking. I got you. Look, listen.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Those nice, sharp blades cutting through that fine tobacco, that whink. There's just something about it that I like. And when somebody takes that away from me, it makes me very angry.
Oh.
And then lighting and toasting the cigar, again, that's an experience for me.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
So, and again, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that are completely fine with this. This is just a personal thing for Cigar Titan where I like to do that myself. That part of it is 100% a part of the cigar smoking experience for me. I like toasting my own stick. I like cutting my own cigars. I don't want somebody to do that.
That's almost like going to a steakhouse and having the waitress bring your steak and slice your steak for you.
Yeah. Don't cut my steak. Don't cut my steak. If you're cutting up like a tri-tip or something like that, that's a little different. But if you put a nice filet mignon on my plate, I want to cut it myself. I want to slice through that steak myself. I don't want somebody cutting and lighting my cigar for me. I appreciate the gesture. I understand what they're trying to do. But for me, that's part of the experience. Not just smoking it, it's cutting it and lighting it that is 100% part of the experience for me. Didn't see that one coming, huh?
I didn't see that. That was it. Would that have changed if it was a woman doing that for you?
No. I don't think so. I'm very much like, I want that part of my experience. There's absolutely something that excites me, even when I get off work, right? And I come out here in the Titan Lounge and I'm like, you know what, I want a cigar after I get off of work. The first thing I'm thinking of, honestly, is that cutting of the cigar. I love cutting the cigar. There is something so pure and just genuine about that experience.
Nostalgic.
Yeah, like, and I'm getting to choose. Do I want a straight cut? Do I want a V cut? Do I want a crown cut? Do I want a punch? Do I want to just pull the cap? Like, no matter what your fancy is, no matter what your poison is.
It's my decision.
It's my decision, right? And I don't want somebody to take that part of the experience away from me. Again, beautiful lounge, super nice people, very professional. Loved the experience overall. Great drinks there, but that was something that I was like, you know what? I realize now that is not something that I like.
So this is an opinion of mine that I have observed throughout the years of becoming a cigar aficionado.
Okay.
I believe that those experiences right there were so I experienced this my first time at the Davidoff Lounge in Vegas.
Okay.
Because they do that. Their lounge is not locked. However, they do have someone in a nice suit and tie waiting in there.
Yep.
That once you pick your Davidoff cigar, they will actually light and cut it for you. Now, for a beginner smoker, I think that's different. I think that's part of the experience of, hey, I'm in this distinguished group of people. I'm gonna cross my feet real quick, But I think it's different when you've been doing this for a long time. You got your own lounge at the house. You smoke X number of cigars. You have developed your own aura, your own atmosphere for yourself.
You have a routine, right?
You have a routine. And see, me, I understand, because my whole thing is coming in no matter where I go. I got my bag. And so pretty much if you did that for me, you defeated the purpose of me taking my Coach bag with all my gear inside from bringing it inside.
Right.
And my guy has cigar spot. He asked, hey, do you need a cut and a light? I'm like, you know what? I'm prepared. I got it.
I like the offer.
Yes.
The offer says enough.
And that still puts the customer service at a high echelon that you asked if I needed a cut or a light.
Yes.
All right, good. So ask you first. Don't cut your shit.
Don't cut my shit. Don't light my shit. You can ask. And even if I don't have my gear, it's always nice because most cigar lounges will have gear ready for you. They'll have a lighter, they'll have a cutter ready for you. Just let me enjoy that experience on my own. In the moment when it happened, it happened so quick, right? I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. It all happened so fast. But knowing that now, I would say, you know, that's cool. Like, I appreciate that. I like cutting my own cigar and lighting my own cigar. Nobody's gonna give you slack for that. You know, it's just in that moment, I didn't know what to say. And if I had said something in that moment, it probably would have come out very emotional, like, no! You know, don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, bro, what the fuck? I didn't want that.
Right, exactly. Brother Stogie.
Yeah.
That is all the time we have for
It
today.
is, man. Hey, so everyone reaching out, hey, is there a video coming? Wait, we apologize for the delays. We are trying to get the videos out as often as we have, but like I said, with my boy's promotion, he's a lot more busier than, you know, he used to be. With my kids growing up and getting bigger, I'm more busy than I used to be, especially during the week. So it's, you know, this is rough for us to get together, put these videos.
I think the weekend is going to be our sweet spot. I feel good about us shooting over the weekend. That gives us the time to, you know, edit and do everything we need to do. And then the videos for Cigar Titans will likely air on Tuesdays. I think that's a good time because that'll give me Mondays. I usually office from home most Mondays. You know, and I don't usually fly out if I have to travel somewhere until later in the afternoon.
Yes.
So that gives me a little bit of time to get the videos edited and everything. So I think Tuesdays at 4 p.m. is going to be the new time for Cigar Titans.
Okay, sounds good.
And then Culture Counterattack will probably air an hour later at 5 p.m. on Tuesdays.
Right on.
Brother Stogie,
That's it, man.
what should the people do?
Hey, man, so we do these lounge talks because we love to talk and we love to bring new stuff to you to see if y'all have witnessed or experienced the same experiences that the Cigar Titans have experienced while they are out on the street.
Travel, flying?
Yes, so if you enjoy the lounge talk, all you gotta do is subscribe to the channel. Okay, we appreciate all the new subscribers. We're at a 9.3.
Yep.
Okay, 9.3 thousand subscribers. We're running for a 10,000 subscriber mark. Okay, so we welcome all new subscribers to enjoy our content. Don't forget to go back and check out all of our archived episodes to catch up on what the hell we be talking about. See what the Cigar Titans are actually about.
Right.
Okay, because we talk about a lot of shit here, not just cigar reviews.
That's right.
Or the newest and greatest products.
Yep.
We talk about all kind of shit. Oh, and make sure you get that content. You gotta hit that bell so you get notification every time Cigar Titans post a new video for y'all. Like, comment, let us know what your Cigar Lounge new dislikes and likes are.
Yes.
Coming into 2023 and share it with the Titan fam. Let's see, comment, like, subscribe, bell, yeah. Until next time, live how you smoke how you live. That's smooth, baby.
See everybody next week.